The insane minds of Nicole and Eric.
It was just an open question.
Oh, I'm sorry, I feel terrible. You know, Eric and I have been writing together for a very long time. We wanted to write a neo-noir because that was a subject and a genre that interested us. We wrote this script in a bubble. We never in a million years, our representation didn't know, nobody knew, didn't tell my husband. I said, I'm writing something, leave us alone. We gave this to everyone thinking, it's never gonna see the light of day. No one is gonna fall for it. And then we got Sarah Michelle Gellar to fall for it. And then 2 networks. It's amazing. So yeah, the idea came from how can we make a really cool neo-noir on television, live up to some of the great shows that are on TV now, like Lost and Damages and Breaking Bad, and really kick it, you know, knock the ball out of the park.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Next question. Hi, my question is for Sarah, and I was wondering if you're going to put any of, Buffy into these new characters that you're going to be playing.
Me, Sarah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I think the question is there's always a little bit of Sarah in the characters, because let's be honest, I'm playing them. So at the end of the day, I hope that the similarities are that they're 3-dimensional characters that the audience roots for. So in that sense, yes. And I hope she goes through some more walls. And I got to shoot a gun, and Buffy never got a gun. And that was very exciting to me that I got to shoot the gun. But then yesterday I had a chain, was it not a chainsaw? What was it? It was a slide.
A skill saw.
And that thing I did not like. I did not like that thing at all, and I never want to use that again.
Totally noted.
Never.
Next question, please.
Hi, my question is for Sarah. First of all, I loved you on Buffy. But my question was, Buffy was such a relatable character to so many people, and I was wondering, do you worry about that relatability at all? Since we've heard so much talk about these characters all being duplicitous and moral ambiguity, how do you intend to relate Bridget and Siobhan to the audience?
By bringing humanity, I remember when I read the script for Cruel Intentions, everybody told me, I knew I wanted to play Catherine, and everyone kept telling me that I was in the wrong role and that I should be playing the Annette character. And I kept saying, no, and everyone said, no, but you're going to alienate your fans, and that's not what you do. And I thought, but if I can bring humanity to Catherine and I can make people root for her, that's really cool. And that's what I'm trying to do with both Bridget and Siobhan. It's easier with Bridget, again, because Bridget's story is a story of redemption. She's sorry for what she's done, for the mistakes that she's made, and she's trying to not just make up for those, but to help other people who are in similar situations. And for Siobhan, a very, God, this is so hard. I feel like I'm going to trip up. Yeah. Yeah.
Next question.
This question is primarily for the writer-producers. Since you've got 3 actors up here from the superhero genre, obviously not exclusively, the sort of archetypal mythology and the supernatural, and this may be something you can't even answer yet because it's a plot thing, but is there any kind of supernatural component to this series, or is it grounded strictly in film noir reality?
There will be no vampires, no demons, nothing supernatural. Sorry, guys. And no hatch. And no hatch. And no island. No button. Except for Long Island. It's a very different island. It's very different.
Are you going to watch them?
Yeah. Yeah. Good answer.
All right, next question.
Hello. So my question's for Sarah. I was just curious how, as an actress, you go from doing a scene as Siobhan to a scene as Bridget to obviously distinctive different characters. Though they do have the connection, how do you, as an actress, bring yourself to go from one character to another so quickly?
Well, I mean, I think the bottom line is, all actresses are crazy. And so
helps that I'm already slightly schizophrenic anyway. No. By remembering what drives each character. I mean, of course, the hair and makeup does help, specifically when you're doing the past scenes where it's more specific who they are. But as long as I keep in the back of my head, when I'm Bridget, why Bridget is making the choices that she's making and why she's doing the things, then it's really easy to be Bridget. And the same goes for Siobhan. And I think, I mean, I don't want to speak for the actors, but I think the same thing goes for anybody playing any role, is that, why am I doing this? What's my objective? What's my goal? And what are the reasons that I'm doing it? And so it's just paying a little more attention, but I'm a detail-oriented person, so it works well for me.
Sarah, you actually told me earlier that you feel like you're playing 5 characters?
Well, I do sometimes, because there's Bridget and Siobhan, you know, in the present. Then there's the flashbacks, which span from teenage years, and don't worry, I will not be playing teenage twins. I don't kid myself that much. Although Johan might be. And the ageless Nestor. And then there's Bridget pretending to be Siobhan, who I refer to as Chevette. So those are my 5 characters.
Do any of the others have nicknames, or they're just all... Chevette is the one that has her...
Handsome.
So, yes. Next question.
Hey Sarah, I think it's awesome that you're coming back to TV, and I think you look even hotter in person.
That was for all the money I paid you earlier. Thank you.
No money needed. I was wondering, if you were to cosplay at Comic-Con, what would you be?
What'd you say?
If you were to dress up as a superhero character, what would you be?
Well, you know what? It's funny. If I dressed as Buffy, people would say probably that I was like a lame version of Buffy. Like, I'd be on the floor and you guys would be like, she looks nothing like Buffy. Buffy's way cooler than that girl. You know what's funny, actually? I need a good Halloween costume this year, so I'm actually like kind of checking it out. Like, that might be an interesting idea, but who would I want to be right now? I probably want to be one of the guy ones, though. That's the unfortunate thing. I want to be a Real Housewife, yeah. I want to be a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills.
Do they have a booth for that? The next question.
I did. With love.
Hi there. I was just wondering if you could elaborate on the swing of emotions from CBS not picking up the series to CW immediately saying, yes, we want this.
You know what? It didn't happen in that way. It was kind of interesting because, wait, is this for me? I'm gonna be so paranoid now. Yes. You know, I don't know how much you guys know about the process of doing a pilot and getting it picked up, but it's a really, really hard emotional roller coaster because you love this project. You make this family when you do something, and especially for us, we all have kids the same age. It was like this really incredible, like very quick family. And so you really, you know, wanted to get picked up. At the same time, there's 60 other shows going through the exact same thing at the exact same time, justifiably wanting the same thing. And you have to wait a really long time, and the networks don't tell you literally until the night before. So if you're in LA, like they tell you when you pack your bags, you get on the plane or you don't get on the plane. And so what was different about this experience was very, very early on in the screening process. I mean, really like just a couple days after we handed it in, we get this phone call that Les Moonves loves the show, that he's really happy with it, but he's worried about putting it on CBS and how it fits in and how we would survive. Would that audience totally get it? Would they be willing to stick it out? And so he pitched it to us as, I have this idea, I don't even know how you guys are gonna feel about it. And certainly, you're a little taken aback at first, but one of the things that we were always concerned about, because we did not have a procedural nature, was would we fit in there? And so would we have to make the show more in that direction to fit in? So it was almost, I think, a little bit of a relief of like, oh wait, we never thought of this, but this could really work and this could benefit the story. This is a really long answer, and you probably didn't want to answer this long, but so in that sense, it actually took some of the onus away. And when I did the panel with some of the other girls the other day for the Hollywood Reporter issue, they were also jealous because we didn't have to wait that long period of time. We knew we were gonna work together. So it almost was like a less of a roller coaster than the normal experience would have been. He's so sorry he asked that question.
What's even worse is I want to add to it.
Go for it, go for it.
Next question.
My question is for the cast. I just